Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So you guys read the title above. It's a 100 subscribers special video. In honor to promote this video, I decided to start a new segment for this channel. It's going to be called Freaky Friday. Freaky Fridays is going to be a new segment where I'm going to talk about true crime or ghosts or anything in the norm of what freaky stands for. Also, I just want to give a huge thank you to each and one of you who subscribed and made me reach this little goal that I wanted to reach 100 subscribers. So thank you so much guys for subscribing, and thank you guys for watching the videos, giving them a like, and supporting me all the way. So yeah, I really do appreciate that. So in order to start off this amazing video, we're going to start with a really gruesome and really tragic story of Albert Fish. Just a little background on information on what a serial killer is. In order to be considered a serial killer, you have to kill 3 people or more in a pattern or in a certain time period as a sequence. Let's start off with this really gruesome story. In May 27, 1928, there was an ad that appeared by the family of the Budds. This ad appeared in a Saturday afternoon New York World Telegram. They stated that it was a young man of 18 and was looking for a job in the county. Albert and Dahlia Budd placed out this ad for their oldest son out of 5 because they lived in a super small apartment basement, and maybe the oldest gets a job, they can help support the family since they were 5. A man reached out, knocked on their door. A small man came in, probably 5'5", 130 pounds, really well dressed, obviously looked like he had money. This man claimed himself to be known as Frank Howard. So Frank Howard said that he's willing to take his boy into a Longaway Island farm where he can work. He was offering to pay their son $15 a week, which back in the day, that was a lot of money. So Edward Budd, the son, got super excited, asked Frank Howard if he could take a friend. He said yes, that he will swing by Saturday, pick them up, and take them to the farm. Unfortunately, Edward and his friend were waiting for Frank to show up, and he wasn't showing up. He was late, so they left. When Frank did show up, he showed up at 11 a.m. in the morning. He was sitting there waiting patiently, waiting for the 2 guys to come back so he can take him away. Unfortunately, his daughter was 10 years old, named Grace Budd. Unfortunately, he saw her, then she sat on his lap, and he had $91 on him, which back in the day, that's a lot of money. He gave her 50 cents for candy. He asked Albert and Dahlia, parents of Grace Budd, if he could take her to a party in the 137th Street. This is where it really breaks my heart, because this was where the parents could have prevented this whole tragedy. So what happens is the mom and the dad agree to let the guy take their daughter to a birthday party, but if they only knew that that street did not exist. So they set away for a party that never existed, that was never there, that to a street in a place that never existed. But the guy doesn't show up, he doesn't return, the daughter doesn't return. So the mom thinks that they must have gotten in an accident, that something must have happened to them, but night turns to morning, they don't come back. Filed under the Bureau of Missing People, and a lot of detectives were on this case, but one specific detective that was involved, his name was one of the main detectives that worked on this case. His name is Will King. So Grace is still under missing people. Months start passing by, and a lot of detectives start taking other cases. Grace's case starts being forgotten about, but Will King never forgot about it. He continued taking other cases, but constantly working on this case. He never gave up hope on this case that one day he'll find the kidnapper and find the daughter, or find what happened to the daughter, find what happened to both of them, you name it. So weeks turned into months, months turned into years, making it 6 years of Grace Budd missing. On November 2nd, 1934, Dahlia Budd called Detective Will King saying that she got a letter in the mail and that she had a gut feeling that it was from the kidnapper. Like, she knew it was Frank Howard or Albert Fish. Like, she knew it was this man. He goes, he reads the letter. The letter, it is very gruesome. Viewer discretion is advised. I will not read the parts where it is very hard to hear or very hard to process. Also, this case also does have a lot to do with what he did to the victims, and that is cannibalism. So be warned, there is cannibalism mentioned in this letter. On Sunday, June 3rd, 1928, I called you at 406 W 15th Street. Grace sat in my lap and kissed me. I made up my mind to eat her. On the presence of taking her to a party, you said yes, she could go. I took her to an empty house on Winchester I had already picked out. When we got there, I told her to remain outside. She picked wildflowers. I went upstairs and stripped all my clothes off. I knew if I did not, I would get blood on them. When all was ready, I went to the window and called her. Then I hid in the closet until she was in the room. This is where I will not read because it's for me it was a little hard to process when I first read this, so I will not read that part. Let's just say she got scared by what she saw. I grabbed her and she said she would tell her mama. This is the part that I'm gonna skip. Albert Fish was struggling with this girl. Obviously, she was scared for her life. He choked her to death, cut her up in pieces, and decided to cook it and eat it. It is a little bit really psychotic of him to write even to a mother, and a little hard to digest to even read. I'm telling you, this is such a hard story to digest, but it is based on true crime. After the letter, he did obviously scan the letter, saw the envelope, anything for any sort of clues that he could trace back from where the letter came from or was sent from. The envelope did have certain initials that was very clear to read. Had the initials NYPCBA. So that led back to New York. Will King decided to travel all the way to New York, go directly to this place where the envelope came from. Spoke to the staff, said if anybody took any envelopes, they will not be punished, nothing will happen to them. He just needs any information. If anybody took envelopes and just used them for personal reasons, not for job reasons. So this man did come in and decided to speak upon him actually taking a bunch of envelopes to his house where he used to live. His name was Leo Sikowski. He came about and told him that he did take a bunch of envelopes to the place where he used to live, and he must have left some behind. He told them where he lived. He went to that same apartment, spoke to the landlady, said if she's ever met a man who is small, 5'5", super skinny, dressed nicely, and she said, yeah, there's a man named Albert Fish that lives in this apartment, and exactly the same apartment where Leo Sikowski lived. Will King asked her where he was, and she said that he only comes by to pick up his check, which is super rare, so he really doesn't spend time at all at that apartment. So Will King decided to camp out, wait for any signs for Albert Fish to show up at this apartment. On December 12, 1934, Will King decided to go out and take a break. But as soon as he came back, the landlady went to his place where he was camping out, saying that Albert Fish is here, that she said the check hasn't come in, so to wait patiently a little bit. So Albert Fish is in his room currently. Will King rushed inside, locked and loaded, and met the man. He saw him sitting there and looked. It was an old, saggy, old man, identically described as how the parents described. He took Albert Fish under custody, of course. It was a 90-day trial, and Albert Fish actually told them where he had done it. So the detectives went to the place where Grace Budd was unfortunately murdered and eaten, found the remains, they found everything they needed, sadly, to bring the family to peace, put the case to rest. So Albert Fish was electrocuted in January 16, 1936. He did have kids, which is very unfortunate and very, very disturbing to think that your own father killed and ate kids multiple times. That's just really psychotic. I don't know. He did have a rough past, psychologically messed him up, and did what he did. That was such a hard case for me to talk about because that's the very first serial killer story that I read. I was really disgusted and really disturbed by. Anyways, guys, that was Albert Fish for you guys, and I sounded really enthusiastic about saying that name, which is not enthusiastic at all. So this segment, it is new to my channel. Tell me what you guys feel about this, because I feel really disturbed. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching, and thank you so much again for the 100 subscribers. I really do appreciate each and one of you who subscribe and like and follow and comment and support me and love me, and I just appreciate it all. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this really new segment that I am going to start doing every Friday. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and thank you so much guys for supporting. Alright guys, have a great day. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you. Bye guys. Love you.